Hello, fellow star stuff. Hello, happy Friday. We are back with some more. Truly, some more of Never 7, the end of infinity. Yay! Yay! Anyway, last time. Oh, I forgot to pull up the guide. Hold on, wait. I think we might actually finish the IZUMI cure route today. I'm pretty sure. We're back to making choices, so I think that means that this is relatively almost done. So I have to make sure to pull up the guide. Where is that? Here. We scroll down here, and yeah. Okay, here. Cool. Let's go put this over here, and then tab back into the game. Neat, awesome. Last time on Insanity Incarnate, what did we do? Truly, what did we do? Well, we learned from IZUMI that basically the third trait of this Courie syndrome is delusions within one's own head that is then made manifest. So if we are to believe what she's saying, if we are to believe what it is that she's telling us, it's basically that she's already dead and we're just in a coma. In a coma within our own delusions, just being like, yep, she's alive, she's okay, she's right in front of me right now, and that none of this is really real, except it is real, but it's just real within my head. I guess. Maybe. I don't know anymore. I don't know. I'm gonna be so honest with you. My prevailing theory right now is that IZUMI is full of shit. I don't believe anything that she's saying. I think that she believes what she's saying, to be fair. I don't think she's like lying or anything like that, like mwah or anything. It's just that I think that she's wrong. She's too essentially caught up within her own research to see past anything else, which is so strange. She wanted to disprove it, but she thinks it's real now. That's my prevailing theory. However, if Kurumi comes out in the next scene and is like, oh, by the way, my scar is gone, yippee wahoo, then I will, be prepared to eat my words and also lose my sanity, because I don't, how is it real? How does that work? That also means that everything that we've been doing up until this point of like saving Haruka and saving Saki and it's not real, which is pretty ballsy of the story if true. I don't think they're gonna do that though. I think it's just IZUMI just being completely so caught up in what she knows that she's not willing to look past anything else and just be like, yeah, time travel. Yeah, you know what? It sounds pretty plausible to me. So with all that in mind, let me go ahead and continue. 4-4, the Morino sisters IZUMI cure routes. Let's load the data. La la la, Kurumi-chan, la la la, and Big Bro. Yes, yes indeed. Let me turn this down. I don't know if Kurumi is just very friggin' loud or if my volume is loud. There we go. Turn that down on my end. Before I knew it, Kurumi had completely regained her usual smile. Holding my hand, she swings our arms back and forth. But I know the pain hidden behind that smile. Again, we're borrowing elements from Kurumi's root of all things, even though we're trying to romance your sister instead. Whatever. Kurumi is doing her best to conceal it behind a cheerful facade. It's heartbreakingly sad. That's why I have to respond to Kurumi's feelings. I don't want to hurt her. Kurumi? What, big bro? Kurumi, you love haunted houses, don't you? Huh? You don't like them? Nuh-uh, I love them. Alright, when we get back, let's go to an amusement park. Huh? You'll take me? Yeah. Yay! Kurumi shouts and jumps for joy. But we should probably invite IZUMI-san too, don't you think? Huh? Big sis too? Yeah. Why? Why does Big Sis have to come? Because I'm trying to romance her. You don't understand, Kurumi. Why? Well, because you guys are sisters. Sister? Because you two are sisters. Inviting only one of you is kind of, I mean, that's a weird way of putting that, but okay, sure, whatever. Unfair, right? Fair? It has nothing to do with being fair or not. You don't think so? I don't. Huh? I get it. So that's how it is. Huh? You invited me just as a means. You really want to invite Big Sis, so you thought you'd use me as a way to do it. That's what you're plotting, right? What are you saying? That's not my plan. Do you like her? What? You like Big Sis, don't you? What? Are you crazy, Kurumi? What are you talking about? So you dislike her. I mean, that's not, you know, the two betweens of like and dislike. It's like, you could just feel like, what? No, I certainly don't dislike her. So you do like her. Well, if that's the case, it's okay. I don't mind. If it's Big Sis you love, I can graciously admit defeat. What are you talking about? Huh? Besides, you're a better match for Big Sis than me anyway. True! True! I mean, you're very sweet to me, but also true. Huh? But a promise is a promise. Let's go to the amusement park. Just the three of us? Saying that, Kurumi clings onto my arm. Pressing her cheek against me, she walks with unsteady steps. There is no trace of shadow in her smiling face. Yay! 12:37 p.m. We arrive at Luna Beach. Kurumi lets go of my arm and energetically runs into the cafe. Big Sis! Big Sis! I follow after her. And then... Haruka-san! Oh. Oh. Do you guys have something to talk about? Or maybe the whole gang is here. Let's not jump to conclusions. Maybe the whole gang is here. What's wrong, Haruka? Weren't you supposed to go fishing? Yeah, I got hungry, so... That's not her voice. I'm kind of off with the voices today. Yes, that's right. So I made some chicken and rice for her. Shrimp pilaf. Yes, that's right. Okay, so you two had something to talk about. I see. Not chicken and rice, but shrimp pilaf. Yes, indeed, indeed. Huh? So, we just finished eating and we were talking. We've never seen you two, like, really talk. You know? Like, really talk. How unusual. Izumi-san and Haruka talking alone. And what's going on with you, Kurumi? Huh? What about me? You came in with lots of energy, shouting for me. That! Well, big bro, right? He says he's gonna take us to an amusement park. Kinda awkward to say that in front of Haruka, but okay. An amusement park? Yeah, so I was thinking, wouldn't it be nice for you to come with us? An amusement park, huh? Huh. I haven't been to one for a long time. Right? And also, Big Bro said he'd pay for both of us. That is... Oh, huh? No, we couldn't have you do that. Yes, we could. He said so himself. Just go with it. He said since they're sisters, it's unfair to pay for only one of them. Since they're sisters. Kinda awkward. Just then, Haruka quietly stands. I have to go now. Aw, that's sad. That's really sad. Huh? It feels like there's too many different freaking plot lines in the Izumi cure route at the very least, that it's like, will this get resolved? Is Kurumi's stuff gonna get resolved? Does Kurumi not have any issues or worries about that? She should still have worries about, yeah, because she brought it up. She should still have worries about, like, hey, there's a scar on my back. It's kind of crazy. So, I don't know. There's just, like, so many different plot lines and the fact that this may be all delusions within my brain. Oh, right. How about you join us too, Haruka-chan? An amusement park. It's more fun with a lot of people, right? It's fine. I'm different. No, Haruka! I'm really sorry. With that, Haruka walks towards the exit. Wait a second. Did I do something wrong? No, it's okay, but I mean, you just don't understand. You just don't understand. So, like, you went missing and, like, it was, like 1 second for you, but it was, like, 3 years for somebody else, so they... Anyway, don't worry about it. It's okay. Haruka turns around. She stares directly into Kurumi's eyes. I understand. I understand everything about you, Kurumi. Aw. Haruka's mouth softens. It's a gentle smile, as if cherishing Kurumi. Well then, see ya. With a smile, Haruka leaves the cafe. Hey, please wait! Haruka-san, please come with us! Let's all go together! Kurumi chases after Haruka, bounding out of the cafe. Izumi and I are left behind. We look at each other. Her gaze, with upturned eyes, her tightly closed lips. Izumi-san was seeking help. She was about to reveal something significant. Her clinging gaze told the whole story. So I ask her, did something happen? I quietly ask her. Izumi-san starts to speak, but then swallows her words. Without saying anything, she walks towards the door. After placing the close sign in the window, Izumi-san walks out to the terrace and sits down. Makoto-kun. Drawn by those words, I also head toward the terrace. I slowly lower myself into the seat in front of Izumi-san. She intertwines her fingers on the table and lets out a faint sigh. Makoto-kun, I don't know what I should do. Haruka-chan, I'm pretty sure she is my real sister. I mean, real sister is a little bit of a stretch, right? Right? Because, well, I mean, like, they're both your real sisters, right? We don't have to say it like that. I don't know. Also, you put the close sign up, but, like, Kurumi can still come back in. Like, she lives here, so... Anyway. I remained strangely calm. Considering the events of the past 10 days, I don't think anything can surprise me anymore. It's like, I don't care. Haruka and Izumi-san are real sisters. If I think about it rationally, that's a surprising fact. However, compared to infinite loops and the third feature, it seems plausible. My senses are completely numb. I can only nod in silence. Until I hear the end of Izumi-san's story, I can't say anything. Izumi seems to realize that and continues speaking. About Haruka and Izumi-san's relationship, as well as Kurumi's past, what exactly happened back then. ... Which we're gonna hear about, right? Okay, cool. I was like, what are we doing right now? 21 years ago, on July 20th, Kurumi was kidnapped. Kurumi was 1 month old at the time, and Izumi-san was a year and 4 months. On July 27th of the same year, the Shikinomori Shrine collapsed due to frequent earthquakes. A body was found among the rubble. It was believed to have been the body of the kidnapper. However, Kurumi was not found. Around March of the following year, 20 years ago, Kurumi was still missing. The desperate Shigezo Morino, world-renowned genetic engineer, started preparations to clone Kurumi. Around May of the same year, an egg cell which had been subjected to somatic cell nuclear transfer was successfully implanted. On February 15th of the next year, 19 years ago, Kurumi's clone was born. Around July of the same year, 18 years ago, Izumi-san... I needed like a whole graph of this. But okay, it's fine. Izumi-san, still a child, pushed her new sister who was following her, causing her to injure her forehead. The scar still remains to this day. On July 22nd of the same year, Kurumi is found and rescued from the Shikinomori Shrine. With a deep wound and severe bleeding, she's hospitalized. However, there were no signs that she had grown at all. Which is why time travel is real, right? Around August of the same year, this new sister is adopted by Morino's assistants, a young couple. Then Kurumi was only 2 months old, to be precise. Oh, sorry. Then Kurumi was only 2 months old, to be precise, 3 years and 2 months. Izumi-san was 4 years and 5 months old, and the new sister was 1.5 years old. Okay. Okay. 1:24 p.m. Is a very tame response to all of this, but okay. After Izumi-san finishes her story, I look at my paper napkin and nod. The napkin is covered with notes I took during our conversation. Amazing. I see. So that's why you were so shaken earlier, Izumi-san. Getting chicken and rice and shrimp pilaf confused like that. Yeah. Just before Kurumi and I came in, you happened to notice, huh? The scar on Haruka's forehead. I did. In other words, what you're trying to say is that this new sister of yours is actually Haruka. As I say this, I circle the words on my paper napkin with a pen. Okay, please make sure to rip up the paper napkin. I don't know if we have time to get into all of, Kurumi like finding out and being, I don't know. I'm not sure. The others probably don't know. Only you and I know that Haruka-chan is a clone. Which, with the same birth date and a scar on her forehead, there's almost no doubt that Haruka is Kurumi's clone. But Izumi-san? Even though we have all this information, there's still a part that doesn't make sense. You say Kurumi can't be your real sister. Right, she's confused about that. Oh, okay. Okay, she's confused about that because she's like, how did she come back? And because she's so far removed from the time travel theory, which would make sense, that's why she's so confused about that. I see. A blank 3 years, looking exactly as she did when she went missing. You had said that's impossible, that Dr. Morino tampered with the DNA test results to make it look like the unknown baby was Kurumi. Right, Izumi-san? I didn't say that he made it look like that. I just said that he might have tampered with it, that there's a possibility of it. That's what I said. Either way, you have doubts that she's really Kurumi, don't you? After thinking for a moment, Izumi-san nods slightly. But think about it, Izumi-san. 3 years later, unchanged. Couldn't we call that a matter of time travel? Right, exactly. True. Unless this is a delusion of Morino, right? 21 years ago, the kidnapped Kurumi was injured in the collapse of the shrine. That's how she got the scar on her back. But she then time traveled 3 years into the future and was found in the reconstructed shrine. That scenario explains everything, including the scar on her back. I mean, no rational person would believe such an absurd story. But Izumi-san, you should be able to believe it. And there's my alarm. You should also be able to believe that, because it goes off every day at the same time. Anyway, I keep forgetting to move the time, but on days when I'm not streaming, I need it at this time specifically, so then, I guess it's just always gonna be there. It's always a staple of the streams. Because you and I have actually experienced time travel. We definitely time travel through time. I repeat that part for emphasis. I don't want Izumi-san to repeat any of that nonsense she told me yesterday. Yeah, it's okay. I get what you're saying. But, even if time travel is a fact, it still can't explain what happened to Kurumi. Yes, it can. She traveled through time. Why? Because what we experienced was only our consciousness going back to the past, right? We're not any older. Right? But Kurumi isn't any older, right? Okay. No. I was like, I was overthinking it. It's like, is she older? No. We specified she wasn't any older. But in Kurumi's case, the body came with her. Moreover, she traveled to the future. Oh. Oh, but she was the exact same, but her body did transfer over with her. I mean, maybe our body just keeps transferring over as well. We don't know. There's no way to, like, go back to the future and check. Because we don't have control over this. Maybe. And you know, that's not what I'm really worried about in the first place. It doesn't really matter to me, whether we're blood related or not. Kurumi is my little sister. No matter what happens, no matter what facts come to light, would have really appreciated if you had said all this to Kurumi in the Kurumi route, but okay. My love for Kurumi will never change. But I'm worried about Kurumi herself. If Kurumi were to find out the truth, then I wouldn't know what to say. Just say what you literally just said. No matter how much I try to explain time travel, I don't think anyone would believe it. Hey, Makoto-kun, what should I do about Haruka-chan and about Kurumi? I don't know what I should do. Tell the whole truth. Keep it locked inside. Okay, there are choices here, and we are going to save. Yeah, here is fine. Overwrite. Alright, let's go and pull up the guide. Yippee! Right, it wanted me to make a save here. I specifically remember that. So I'm guessing for the bad end, we have to tell her to keep it locked inside, based on what this is saying. There's also a Izumi Cure Route bad end, Izumi Cure Route B normal end. The heck is this? Load save 10. Oh, okay, never mind. Normal end? Keep it locked inside. We've never had a normal end before. We've never had anything normal in this game. But we've never had a normal end before, so you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. I'm curious. Keep it locked inside. You're asking me about what you should do, but don't you already know the answer, Izumi-san? Huh? You're planning to keep it a secret, aren't you? You can't tell Kurumi, of course. And if you were to tell Haruka the truth, Kurumi might learn about the missing 3 years. So you think it's best to keep the truth hidden? Yes, I think that's my best option. I get it. The thing was in the Kurumi route that we were able to tell her all these things that we knew because we went back to the past, right? So we were able to convince her specifically of time travel. So like, I get it. I get the reasoning behind it, but I don't agree with it. I think we should just tell her. I think Izumi just wanted her feelings validated. She wanted me to tell her that staying silent isn't wrong. She needs to know she doesn't need to feel guilty about her decision. Reading is hard today. Izumi-san? If that's what you think is best, then it's okay. Sometimes it's better not to know everything. It's okay to conceal a truth that might hurt someone. The most important thing might be whether you can believe it, rather than whether it's true or not. Okay, wait, come back to this again. Yeah, so maybe we should just keep this to ourselves, Izumi-san. I think that might be a good idea. Izumi-san doesn't answer. She remains silent, her eyes closed. Have we reached the 7th end yet? No, we're gonna get a normal ending here, and then we're gonna go back and do the good end, I guess. I don't know, we might do the bad end, we might not. The bad ends are never interesting, but we've never seen a normal ending before, so... Also, hello, Black Blue, I hope you've been doing well. We spent the rest of the afternoon in silence. Izumi-san doesn't say a word until we're at the barbecue. Yay, happiness. The barbecue has gone on for over an hour. We tease each other, horse around, and enjoy the cheerful atmosphere. What an uproar. Ha 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 ha. Wee! Yeehaw! Macho man, I wanna be a macho man. What are you talking about? Yeah, jump around, jump around. La-di-da, la-di-da. Grilling me as sunsets glow, the tube down by the river. Yuka is as usual. Why is she like this? Anyway. In the midst of it all, Izumi-san has a smile on her face. It's a clear, genuine smile, completely different from the expressionless face I saw earlier today. What happened? Maybe my words untangled something inside Izumi-san. It's like something was released in her, relieved. In any case, Izumi-san's smiling face, so different from before, gives me strength. Come to think of it, I haven't seen her genuinely laugh like this in a while. Why did these people let this woman drink? I don't know. We're just like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Why does she continue to drink like this and we don't think to stop it on a second route? Like, whatever. Her smile looks even more vivid against the backdrop of the blazing fire. But still. I compared Kurumi and Haruka's faces, looking from one to the other. There is some resemblance between the two, I guess. I guess? Are we... You know, it's just anime hair. We don't explain why there's different hair colors there. Like, has Haruka dyed it or anything? What's going on there? It's fine. Kurumi's face, a year and 4 months later, will look like Haruka's. I mean, she's 18, isn't she? Like, I get it, but also... Will it really change that much? Haruka's face 1 year and 4 months earlier would have looked like Kurumi's. It's pretty hard to imagine. Hello.
Hey, big bro! Why are you staring at us like that?
Huh? Oops.
Heh heh heh. Are we enchanting you?
What?
You lost yourself in our soft skin, glowing in the firelight, didn't you?
The hell are you talking about?
Oh, come on, you don't have to hide it, you know.
That's right. Can I talk to you, Kurumi?
Shut up. Shut up.
That's a lot of change for a single year. Yeah, exactly. It's like, that doesn't make sense to me, but again, maybe it's the anime hair. Maybe that's it. I suddenly remember I need to talk to her about something, so I pull her away from the group.
Come on, what's going on? Dragging me out here like this. Hurry up, or the meat I put in the side will get eaten.
Yeah, don't worry, this'll be quick. There's something I want to ask you.
What?
About this afternoon.
This afternoon?
Kurumi, you left Luna Beach to chase after Haruka, right?
Oh, you mean earlier.
Yeah, is Haruka going to join us?
Join us where?
The amusement park. At the amusement park. Did she say she'd come with us?
Maybe, maybe not.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I forgot what she said.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We only talked about the amusement park for a little while.
Then what were you two talking about for so long?
Nothing.
Are you sure? Huh?
We went fishing together. We both really got into it, so...
But going fishing together doesn't mean you didn't talk, right?
Well, we did talk about a bunch of random stuff. Come to think of it, she told me a funny story. A story about the moon and jellyfish.
No, okay. I was like, you know how like there's like certain symbolisms that come up in each of the girls' like different roots, and I mean, it was Kurumi. It was Kurumi that told us the story of the moon, and then this, you know, how she wanted to be a jellyfish. I was thinking that the moon part might be Haruka, but no, Haruka was the one who was like the unchanging, undying, unknowing fire or something. So that's what was what hers was about. The moon and jellyfish?
Yeah, you know what? It's a story that I know too. Don't just say you're supposed to be surprised.
Why?
Because it's a story I thought only Big Sis and I knew.
Ah ha 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 ha. Well, you know.
I always thought it was a fairy tale my dad made up.
Ha 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 ha.
But if Haruka-san knows it too, maybe it's a pretty famous story.
Yup. Everybody in the world knows it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, could be. I can only manage a short response. However, just then...
Yo!
Yuka bounds up to us.
What are you talking about in the secret,
Why do we let her get this drunk? We aren't talking about anything in secret, right, Kurumi?
Yep, we aren't. It's fine then. But more importantly, Yuka-san.
Kurumi asks. Yet, Yuka completely ignores her.
Hey, Makoto-tan.
Suddenly, Yuka approaches me, her tone suggestive.
Once you're done here, you wanna have some secret fun with me?
No? Where is this coming from? I mean, you've been trying to talk to me the whole route, actually. Her gaze is unfocused. She presses into my collarbone with her right index finger.
Earlier, I borrowed this, something fun.
Yuka's left hand is in her pocket, fiddling with something.
Oh, come on, Yuka-san! Huh? What?
Hearing Kurumi's angry voice, Yuka finally moves away from me. What does she have? What?
There's something I want to ask you, Yuka-san. Yuka-san, have you ever heard the story of the moon and the jellyfish?
Don't worry about that.
What? The spoon and the smelly dish?
Yeah, gosh, they really couldn't get that dish clean at all. No, wait. Sorry, that was a fun interaction.
Wait, no, not that. It's not some silly infomercial about cleaning products. What I said is the moon and the jellyfish. Oh, yeah. The moon. And the rabbits, yeah? That's right! 2 rabbits found mochi together on the moon. Wait, that's normal, isn't it? I can't have any fun with that.
And just then... God, Saki, just say something, anything. You haven't done anything in any of these routes. We hear a splashing sound. That sound, it's the same sound I heard at the previous barbecue. I don't need to turn around to know what happened. Saki had accidentally spilled her beer all over Yuka. Okay, this still happens then. Sure, whatever. Huh? All over Yuka? But Yuka's standing right in front of me, right? Which means... Oh, God. I slowly turn. The group is gathered around the grill. Saki is holding her empty paper cup. And the contents of the cup had landed. Oh, on Haruka. Okay. On Haruka! From the chest down, Haruka's clothes are completely soaked. I see. Because Yuka and Kurumi had stepped out of the circle, the spill had reached Haruka directly. Hey, Saki. Dang, Haruka is not having a very good week. Just not very cool at all. I'm sorry. The group falls into a quiet stillness. I'm really sorry, Haruka. She apologizes from the bottom of her heart. Moreover, Saki begins to wipe Haruka's wet clothes with a cloth. Maybe stop that just because she's gonna think about the scar and she's gonna think something else. Izumi-san and I had witnessed the previous incident, so this is an interesting... had witnessed the previous incident, so this is an interesting turn of events for us.
Oh, come on, Zai, you're drunk,
Aren't you? You're drunk. Shut up. You're always so clumsy, Saki-chan. What are we doing? Laughter erupts. It's a cheerful laughter, as if we're trying to make light of Saki's blunder. Okay, well, at least it didn't turn into a big thing this time. Only Haruka's eyebrows are slightly narrowed, but she doesn't look displeased at all. A faint smile lingers on her lips. It feels like everything, absolutely everything, has changed. Yay! I just like it when Haruka has no drama with Saki, I think. I think that's a good starting point. I like the timelines where that happens. This warm atmosphere is completely different from last time. Izumi-san and I exchange glances, and then burst into laughter. Any doubts or suspicions in my mind have completely vanished. I'm convinced that the heartwarming scene in front of me is nothing but reality.
I smell like beer.
Haruka wrinkles her nose as she pinches the front of her clothes with her fingertips. After that, the barbecue continues and laughter never ceases to fill the air. In the end, there's no uproar about Kurumi's disappearance. Oh. Yeah, I guess, yeah. That would happen later that night. Okay. The night passes without incident. ... Yay! April 5th, Friday. This is a pretty extensive normal ending. Okay. 2:20 a.m. I can't sleep. In my dim room, I keep tossing and turning. I glance at my watch. 5th Friday, 2:20. I haven't forgotten the events of the previous April 5th. Viewpoint Park, late at night. The starry sky. Izumi-san's confession. But I hadn't made any promises with her this time around. I waited, expecting some message, but it seems unlikely now. Izumi-san's probably gone to sleep already. Ah, the lights! Makoto-kun. Once more. Just once more. I wanted to see the stars. Izumi-san's final words. The pain from that moment bores into my chest. Deep sorrow and anger surge forth, making it impossible to stay still. I've got to go. I've got to go see Izumi-san. My mind made up, I get up. Wait, does Haruka have the scar? She does. She does have the scar on her forehead. As we learn from the Saki route, Saki is then gonna confuse her with a different clone that is not her, I guess. And then she would still have that scar because Izumi noticed it earlier and was like, oh, that means you were the sister that I had for like, I don't know, 3 years. So, the living room is deserted, of course. I can hear Okiko's quiet snores coming from the loft above. Hey, wait! Suddenly, a booming voice from Okiko. Startled, I look up. He always says something completely different each time around. I'm so impressed by him. This is bad. Not enough energy. And there's his partner, Lady Jenny. Hokuman, I brought you an empty drink. Come on, drink up. Thank you, Lady Jenny. Now I'm alright. Do your best, Hokuman. This is a very extensive dream. What the hell? Okay. I mean, on her back, like Kurumi has. No, she has a scar on her forehead that is from Izumi pushing her when she was younger. The scar that Kurumi has is then a scar from being brought back, basically from being sent in time, but right before she got sent in time, she was under the collapsed shrine, and that caused her to get a scar. What the hell would be the correct choice for this? I don't know what's happening right now. Free choice, yay! I'm gonna keep listening to whatever the hell this is. This is the one piece of information that we've gotten about Okiko. Keep listening. Alright, here we go! Neutrino energy power on, transform, go! Always a pleasant and handsome young man, elegant and gentle. Is he really dreaming? It seems like he's just monologuing to himself. A warrior of justice sent by the gods to protect world peace. His name is the Human Kidney Okuman. Ping! Here goes the high-tech monster washing machine. But he just keeps spinning. I'm getting so dizzy. Watch out! Watch out, Okuman! Do your best, Okuman. Don't lose! Our hero, Okumon! 10,000 squared, yeah, it's Okumon! 100... Who was on the writing team and was like, yeah, this has to be expanded, man. I don't know what to tell you. 100 times 100. It's Okumon. Okumon. Pepsi man. Seems like he's talking in his sleep. What the hell did I just listen to? He saw Mean Clean and wanted to imitate him. It really does have like Mean Clean energy of like, you didn't have to sit here and listen to all this, but because you're gonna go and find all these stories, like here you go. Deeply disturbed. Deeply disturbed by him. I make my escape. Amazing. 2:42 a.m. I walk along the road by the coastline towards Luna Beach. The clear night sky sparkles with countless stars. The light showers down on the navy blue earth with overwhelming breadth and vitality. The brilliance pierces my eyes. I want to see this starry night sky one more time with Izumi-san. Last night we saw these stars, but it wasn't just the same mood as before. And besides, tonight I have to tell Izumi-san something important. My answer to her feelings. I haven't clearly responded to Izumi-san's confession. I want to properly tell her how I feel. So I'm going to find Izumi-san so we can share this night sky one more time. 2:55 a.m. When I reach the cafe, I quickly knock on the door. ... She might already be out. There's no response. Well, that's to be expected. Izumi-san sleeping on the second floor probably can't hear me. But if I knock too loudly, Kurumi might wake up too. I think about what to do. And then... Sha, 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 sha. The sound of footsteps on the sand reach my ears. A very faint sound coming from Tsukiyama? I cautiously circle around the back of the cafe. Standing in the middle of the beach, I look from north to south. Izumi-san? Her silhouette is outlined with blue moonlight. She's slowly walking along the sandy beach, heading north. If I shout loudly, she'd probably hear me. However, I've got to consider Kurumi. Yeah, that's the reason, and not just want to see, like, where is she going? I can't call out to her now. But even so, Izumi-san, where on earth is she going in the middle of the night like this? As if being lured, I follow behind her. 3:03 a.m. At the end of Tsukiyama, Izumi-san slips through the evenly spaced hedges. Yes, we've come to the pool of the Sukiya Hotel. Izumi-san sits by the poolside, dipping her bare feet into the water. I feel like I've seen this happen before. Haruka, huh? The previous April 1st, when we snuck into the pool, Haruka also sat by the poolside, dipping her bare feet in the water, creating ripples. Oh, okay. That's so specific. You had to have seen that scene to get here. That's crazy, okay. Izumi-san and Haruka. They're really sisters, huh? I walk quietly towards Izumi-san. Paying no heed to my approach, Izumi-san continues to gaze absent-mindedly at the pale, shining water. It feels really good, you know. Her sudden words startle me. So, you did notice that I've been following you. Izumi-san slowly looks up at me, standing beside her. Yeah. She murmurs in a faint voice. Makoto-kun, why don't you try it? Huh? The water feels great. Izumi-san returns my gaze and lightly wiggles her toes. Small ripples spread out in the water. I sit down next to Izumi-san and take off my shoes and socks. Splash. Putting both feet into the water feels pleasantly warm. The water temperature is just below body temperature. Izumi-san was right. Feels good, doesn't it? Yeah. As I nod, Izumi-san smiles happily. Izumi-san? Why'd you come here? Well, I couldn't sleep for some reason. So I took a walk along the shore and thought of this pool. No particular reason. Though you were against it before. On the previous April 1st, you didn't think we should sneak in here, did you? Yeah, I guess so. When I think about it, it's strange, isn't it? Maybe because so many odd things have been happening, something inside me has changed. In a positive sense, I might be accepting the situation. I'm no longer afraid of anything. But maybe it's the opposite. Because you still think that you're gonna die by the end of this? Maybe by touching the water like this, I can stay calm. The heat of the water warms my heart. Such a soft and gentle heat. Every time Izumi wiggles her toes, ripples form on the water's surface. Again, I feel like this is the best response out of anyone, to be honest. Where it's like, this was the route in which Makoto has this whole like mental breakdown of just like, everyone shut up, everyone shut up. He was like calling people all around the country. It was pretty great to see him. I mean, it's not great to see him like that, but it's great to see him like that within the story of just like, what the hell is going on? And then how we now see how Izumi is dealing with it, of just like I am trying so hard to stay cool right now. Like, she's trying in her own way. The blue light extending from the bottom of the water undulates, illuminating Izumi-san's face. This pool, I have some important memories connected to it. Some memories? Yeah. I first visited this island when I was in middle school. My parents told me the secret of Kurumi's birth, and so I came to this island alone. I thought that if I came here, I might find some clues. So you were a detective in middle school, okay. I just couldn't stay still. I couldn't just swallow everything my parents said. Well, that's understandable. If I were in Izumi-san's position, I probably would have done the same thing. A blank 3 years, where Kurumi doesn't grow at all. The Shikinomori Shrine. If I come to this island, I might be able to find the key to solving these mysteries. Of course, she'd think something like this. What did Yuka have in her pocket? What was she trying to show me? Was that important? Oh, whatever. Anyway. I tried asking people all over the island, went to the island's town hall to research documents. But in the end, I found nothing. The one clue, if you could call it that, was the mysterious legend surrounding that shrine. Since then, I have visited this island many times. I even chose my university, knowing that they owned a lodge here. That's why I know so much about this place. So you chose the university just so you can come back here? Okay. And like, the university isn't even here. It's that you can take a vacation to this place as part of a research trip. Okay. So your employment at Luna Beach. Yeah, it happened recently. I met the owner when I was in high school. We talked every time I came and we became friends. I see. I think it was around February of this year. After the schedule for the seminar retreat was set, I called the manager. I told him I'd be coming again at the beginning of April. And then he told me, I'll be in Italy then. The moment I heard that, I had a revelation on how to plan the experiment. I see. The person observing the experiment should preferably be an outsider. It would be necessary to pretend to be a complete stranger, unrelated to the university, and to keep the subject from realizing that they were being experimented on. Oh, so this is about the experiment. Just the general experiment. Pretend that you're a complete stranger. Okay, fair enough. Like, that's fine. But also, keep the subject from realizing that they were being experimented on. Why did it have to be me? Why did they have to be completely blind to it? So you decided to pose as a part-time worker at Luna Beach. Is that it? Izumi-san nods slightly while gazing at the lights dancing on the water. Does that mean you chose me as a subject for similar reasons? I was the only one among the team members who had never met you, Izumi-san, because I just never go to school. Makoto Ishihara, a student who rarely went to school, never showed up at the seminar orientation. I was the ideal subject. Makoto-kun, are you... are you still mad? As my voice dies? Hold on, let me take a sip of water here. Are you still mad? Huh? About the experiment? I'm mad. I'm not mad. What would be the correct response here? I mean, I'm mad, but I'm guessing it's probably I'm not mad. Yeah, I'm not mad is the correct response. Cool. Let me go back here. I'm not mad. No, I'm not. I'm not mad at all. I'm seething. I wasn't trying to blame you. This goes to show you, kids, never ditch class, or your college professor will conduct inhumane psychological experiments on you. It really is just like super... I remember when I started the game, I was like, Akane is so... I'm like, Yuka. Yuka is so Akane core, you know? Like, in the way that she presents herself. But really, the true Akane is just Izumi. It's kind of amazing. I wasn't trying to blame you. I just wanted to know the facts. Thank you. You're really kind, aren't you? You're too kind, Makoto-kun. I feel myself heat up. It's embarrassing, but I'm ecstatic to hear it. Izumi-san, I still want to ask you. Avoiding eye contact to hide my nervousness, I speak. The Courie syndrome experiment. Your specific reasons for planning it. Last night, you said it was an experiment to disprove it. Yeah. Yes, but that was how I viewed it as a psychologist. As an individual, as Kurumi's sister, I prayed for the experiment to succeed. Oh. Oh. Okay, well, if we're following your line of logic, then, I mean, didn't you will this into existence rather than me? You were the person who really wanted this to happen. I don't know. I don't know. Well, you have to really truly believe it. So maybe not. I don't know. If all of that is even true. I don't know. For the experiment to succeed. When I said I was skeptical yesterday, that's what I meant. Yet, ironically, these two versions of myself have completely reversed their positions. Do you mean Professor Izumi-san believes in the third feature, but Sister Izumi-san doesn't? Yeah. Well, wait a sec. Just now, Izumi-san, you said as Kurumi's sister, right? As Kurumi's sister, I prayed for the experiment to succeed. That's right. A resolute will can create a new reality. If such a thing is really possible, then maybe it's possible to erase those blank 3 years from history. That's what I thought. That's what sparked my interest in Courie syndrome. I mean, you could have just had a normal interest like time travel. You could have just been normal about it, but okay. But now I don't care anymore. The Courie syndrome and the blank 3 years, to me, they are already in the past. I have already made up my mind. You saved me, Makoto-kun. Your words, Makoto-kun, untangled the knots in my heart. My words? Is she talking about what happened this afternoon? You should keep it locked inside. Okay. Then Izumi-san decides to keep everything hidden. Izumi-san doesn't answer. Without a word. She smoothly submerges herself into the water. I don't feel surprised or panicked by her actions. Izumi-san's body sinks into the water as if being drawn in, like it's the most natural act in the world. Eventually, this is a beautiful shot. Also, what's happening right now? She emerges without a single splash. In the middle of the pool, Izumi-san floats face up on the surface of the water. The pure blue light illuminates her entire body. Her silhouette is aglow in a divine halo of light. Floating in that light, Izumi-san is a goddess, as if peering gently into the outside world from her heavenly abode. Okay, I said it was beautiful. I wasn't going that far. Gosh. I can only stare blankly. I'm too stunned by the beauty. Okay, I legit thought that she was dead. She, like, drowned herself there. I was like, what's going on right now? No, she's alive. I was like, I see the light in her eyes here in this picture. I was like, what's happening? I have some memories connected to this pool. I said that before, didn't I? From the first time I came to this island, this pool was the only place that calmed me down. I walked all over the island, exhausted and discouraged, feeling down as I'd made no progress. That would be so wild to do in this situation, but I thought she was just that far, like, removed from everything. I don't know what's happening with her mental state. Just traumatized Makoto so deeply that he wills cure into existence. I mean, if she's already dead, she's just like, I'm just killing an illusion, therefore I'm not real. I don't know. I don't know how any of this works. When I felt distressed, I always came to this pool, floating like this on the water, relaxed and leisurely, like a jellyfish. Just by doing this, I can forget everything. It's so warm and gentle. It feels like I could just melt into the water. The round moon's all alone and lonely, crying in the darkness of the night. Okay, so Kurumi, again, got this story from you, I see. Well, with this beautiful, sad piece of music on play here, I'm going to go to burb screen because it is time for break. All right. If you are here, stretch, get some water. Try not to think about the horrors in which maybe all of this is a delusion and none of this game is real. I'm gonna be back in, I want to say maybe 6 or 7 minutes. I have to take a little bit longer. I'm gonna get a snack, I think, because I'm very, very hungry. And I will see you then. All right, I am back. Let me go over to game screen. All right, and continuing with the insanity. Thank you for the welcome back. The round moon's all alone and lonely, crying in the darkness of the night. I'm not tabbed in. Oops. Oh, wait. Actually, I have to move this back over here. And then I have to tab back into the game. Okay, cool. Sobbing. The round moon was just so lonely, and within her tears, she gave birth to children. Many children. Jellyfish, written as the moon of the sea. The story of the moon and the jellyfish. My father used to tell me this story when I was little. I see. Kind of like in his grief, he made a clone. Okay. He told me the story every time we took a bath. The story is a little longer, actually, but it was so long ago, I've forgotten the other parts. Even when we were children, when Dad, Kurumi, Haruka, and I, when we used to take baths together, the 4 of us. Oh, so there was a time. There was a time when there was just the 4 of you there. Okay. My father told us this story. Izumi-san, Kurumi, and Haruka? Even though it was just a month, there was a time. Okay, so just a month. Just a month when he was like, you know what, maybe the 2 of them shouldn't be here. Like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a bad idea to have a clone, and then, like, maybe... Because he was saying it was, like, outside pressure, right? That clones were not viewed favorably at the time, and so in order to not have that get found out and be a part of Haruka's identity, she was essentially transferred to a different family. But also, I mean, Haruka still knows, so there was a time when the 3 of us were together. Kurumi wasn't even 1 yet. Haruka was 1.5, and I was 4. So there's no way they remember. My father held Kurumi in her arms and floated her in a small bathtub for babies. I see. That's why she has that memory. Haruka was awkwardly scrubbing Dad's back with a towel covered in foam. Floating like this in the bathtub, I was crying. Haruka's scar on her forehead, the softened scab in the water, was just so sad. Why did I push her away like that? I hated myself, felt so much pain, regret, tears. Wouldn't stop. When Haruka noticed my tears, she turned to me and gently wiped them away. Aww. I love Haruka. She's so great. Her tiny hands softly touching me. I still remember it vividly, how it felt at that time. These baths from our early childhood, they might be a core memory for all 3 of us. My father's broad back, wide chest, and the warmth he held when he held me in my arms. I can't forget it. It seems to be a core memory, I think. All of you have memories of like floating in water. I think Haruka even mentioned that as well. And I thought that was because like it's from her clone test tube era or whatever. But I think not. I think it's just that memory. Neither can Kurumi or Haruka. So just being in the water might be a gentle comfort to them. And I mean, both of them really like water. So, because they feel my father's warmth in that water. Haruka, best girl. She really is. It's like, I think for me, it's just the idea that Haruka and Kurumi are very similar in the ideas, like in even parts of their personality, but like I think their kindness really shines through. I think Haruka's kindness really shines through in this route specifically. She's just really, really great. Haruka absent-mindedly watching the water droplets dripping from the faucet. Haruka sitting by the poolside, her feet in the water.
Me, right? I love floating on the water's surface. Like a jellyfish, all relaxed, not a care in the world.
I like it too, you know? The rain. It's as if I myself have become one with the raindrops. I see. I mean, that's a little bit different. Rain is different from, like, being near the sea or whatever, but okay. Yes. Suddenly, I look at my legs swaying in the water. The pleasant sensation of water. Water. Water, huh? Haruka, Kurumi, and Izumi-san's core memory. Water. I don't know what kind of life they had during that 1 month. Haruka aimlessly wandering around, taking awkward steps. Kurumi crying and screaming for milk. And the young Izumi-san taking care of those 2. By simply closing my eyes, I can conjure this vividly heartwarming scene in my mind. I find it interesting as well, because Izumi said, like, both of my parents are renowned, genetic engineers, but especially the father, of course. And it's like, I find it interesting because, like, the mother is still alive, she's still around, but we never get to hear her input on, like, what happened there. It just seems so strange to me. Hello! Kurt Dog, hello! Good evening to you as well. Thank you so much for the 5 bits. I don't understand, how, like, what's her thoughts on this? Did she ever stop them at any point? It's like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have a clone of our child, and like, any of her thought processes, anything like that. I just think about that a lot. Anyway, to finish that thought. But hello, Kurt Dog, I hope you have been doing well. Even if, she was alive, was she in the picture? I mean, I assume both of them are together, because it's not like anyone has ever brought up at any point, oh, by the way, they divorced. And not that that couldn't be the case, but it's just the fact that they both work in genetic engineering. It's like, maybe they're just, maybe they're just together, just around. Maybe they were separated. It's certainly a possibility. It's just like, we never talk about her, ever. So, this is a great visual novel. It is. I am enjoying my time with it a lot. yes, it's especially this route where we're finally getting some more some more context, I think, for like all the different things that are happening. I'm really enjoying it. So my physical copy I own of this game is one of the prized things that I own. Oh, really? So you've been an OG fan of this one, because it only recently got like a real release, I think. And maybe this is its first official English translation, I think. So one of the OG fans who really knew about this game. And of course, there's always the rest of the series, like Never Ever 17, Ever 11, whatever the next one is that I have to play. So even with all the timeline tomfoolery, it is pretty nice. It is very, very nice. By simply closing my eyes, I can conjure this vividly heartwarming scene in my mind. Then, Makoto-kun. Izumi-san whispers, Makoto-kun, the stars tonight as well. Look how beautiful they are. I look up as if it's drawing me in. Look up to see the storm of stardust. I'm so curious on how this game can continue into an entire series. I heard that it's not totally required to play this game in order to go to the next game, and I find that very interesting. But obviously something from this game is gonna get brought over to the next one. I don't know if it's like this delusion theory, this Courie syndrome is gonna be a main focus of the next game or something. I don't know. But it's always a possibility. So oh yes, I own the original Infinity Plus box set from Japan way back in the early 2000s. That's insane. That's cool. That's neat. It has Never 7, Ever 17, Remember 11, and 12 Ribbon. Wow. I mean, even the fourth one. The fourth one. In one collector's box. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. I think they only released, for this digital release on Steam, they only released Never 7 and Ever 17 and, said fuck the rest. They didn't care about the rest, apparently. But it's nice that you have all four. That's cool. Maybe it's like Da Capo, set in the same world but different characters. Yeah, it definitely has to be different characters, I think. Otherwise, I mean, maybe Kurumi will show up for all of 5 seconds and be like, "Woo, it's me!" But otherwise, my theory is that it has to be different characters. So, look up to see a storm of stardust. There is Regulus shining brilliantly. This time, it's my turn. The time has finally come to fulfill the wish I've held on to for so long. I have to give her my answer. I have to confess my feelings to Izumi-san. But the words don't come out. Why? Before I can say anything, the words disappear without a trace. They were stolen away from me by the goddess floating in the light. In her divine, radiant brilliance, her pure, sacred figure mercilessly removes my ability to speak. It cost me $420 back in the old days to import it to the US. I can imagine. I've definitely, I don't think for video games, but I've had like CDs back in the where it's like importing it from Japan, and it's just a nightmare and a hassle. So that's crazy though. I can imagine it being quite the process. I've gone through a very similar process with what do you call that? Like the import service, the third party service and stuff like that. I've spent that much on manga before, but never video games. It's, I mean, if it's in a collector's edition, I think that's fair, relatively fair for, the cost of like four games in a collector's set and maybe some more stuff like an art book. I don't know. Is there an art book for it? Her pure sacred figure mercilessly removes my ability to speak. Enveloped in her staggering beauty, I fall into a trance, forgetting myself. "11:07 a.m. Why did I not say anything? Is this because I told her to keep quiet about the other stuff, so now she's just like, so now I'm just like, I need to keep quiet about my feelings? Okay. All right, the actions, the consequences of my actions. Okay. But when like you're doing a manga haul as well, it's like it makes sense to spend that much on books. But still, I'm actually not sure what is in the box, as I never opened it beyond installing it once. It is not factory sealed. I just forgot the contents. I see. It might be there. But thank you so much for the lurk, and for telling me a little bit more about the collector's edition for this game. It's really nice. It's really cool. It's always nice to see fans of the game. I don't know. I don't hear a lot of buzz about this game, especially. Ever 11 is fine, but it's like I never hear anything about this game, so I appreciate it. The next day, I visit Luna Beach once more. As usual, there are no customers. Izumi-san gazes absent-mindedly at the dark ocean, resting her chin in her hand. Bad weather, huh? Yeah. They said on the weather forecast that it would start raining tonight. So the weather forecast is actually right sometimes. Yeah. It does rain tomorrow, doesn't it? That sounds a little weird to say. I smile and tilt my head in confusion. Izumi-san returns the smile, looks up at the sky. The low-hanging clouds are dark, gloomy. The scenery has lost its color, just like before. So are you still gonna die? Because I don't know what this is about. Rain, huh? Izumi-san sounds lonely. But Izumi-san, you like rain, don't you? Yes, I like the rain itself. But when I think about tomorrow's rain, I can't help but, you know. Are you anxious? Izumi-san, staring at the dark sky, nods quietly. It'll be fine, there's nothing to worry about. We just gotta stay locked inside the cafe all day tomorrow. I wonder. Makoto-kun, do you really think that'll work? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I do. Unless you're right. No, I think you're wrong. I don't. Okay, cool. Let's make choices. The guide says I do. Okay, cool. Glad to know Makoto and I are on the same page here. I do. Yeah. I speak firmly, without hesitation. But Makoto-kun, you said so before, didn't you? Even if, at that moment on the 6th, the two of us were huddled together in bed, whether or not we'd actually time travel ultimately remains unknown. We don't really understand anything. The true nature of time travel, or why it happens. Izumi-san is right, unfortunately, and I'm gonna take a sip of water. Alright. Neither of us believe in Izumi-san's hypothesis as a psychologist, that this reality is a delusion. So what is the real cause of the time travel? In the end, Izumi-san and I don't know a thing. Hey, Makoto-kun? If at that time, if someone other than us had died, what would have happened? Apparently I would have gone back in time using the bell or something, I don't know. Huh? Would we have still time traveled? I would have time traveled, but not you. That's... What if it was a different time of day then? Even though I fell off the cliff during the day, if the same event happened at night, what would have happened then? I have no response. As long as we don't know the real cause of the time travel, I can't deny what Izumi-san's saying. So what do you want to do? Go and check? Because I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, right now, the bell disappearing, that's the only anchor for my heart. If that bell's not around, no matter what happens or when, the same history shouldn't repeat itself. Therefore, Izumi-san, about that bell, I dare to ask her. The bell? You don't happen to have it, do you? The bell? Izumi-san bites her lip and reaches into her pocket. She slowly pulls it out and places her fist on the table. Was this what Yuka had, maybe? Kurumi gave this to me yesterday. She quietly opens her hand as she speaks. Star sand. In her palm is a small bottle containing a single grain of star sand. This is star stand user. No, star sand. There we go. Indeed, it wasn't that bell. What Kurumi picked up at Himegahama yesterday wasn't the bell, but star sand. Star sand, because I can't say star sand. There we go. So Yuka must have it. I think. I let out a sigh of relief. But I wonder where the bell is now. Talk about the bell disappearing. Don't talk about it. Just don't say anything. I mean, surely we should talk about it, right? Don't talk about it. Who cares? Okay. Alright, whatever you say. Don't talk about it. Don't tell her that the bell disappeared. I don't want to cause her any more unnecessary worry. Well then, nothing should happen after all. I try to act cheerfully. If there's no bell, the same history repeating is absolutely impossible. It'll be fine, don't you worry about a thing. Izumi-san loosens up a little at my words. Nice, nice, give me that smile. Come on, like at yesterday's barbecue. As I say that, I lightly pinch Izumi-san's cheeks with both hands. I mean, by this point, isn't this a little bit romantic, I will say? I don't understand why I did that. I just want to see Izumi-san smile. I want her to smile at me with her usual gentle smile. Her face with her cheeks pinched looks so oddly funny. I can imagine. Her surprising eyes, slightly curved eyebrows, her soft cheeks stretching out. I'm the first one to burst into laughter. Oh, come on, don't play with my face! Despite her words, Izumi-san starts to smile. Take this! Izumi-san's fingers clasp onto my cheeks. Izumi-san and I, pinching each other's cheeks, we laugh, tears running down our faces. Aw. And then...
Morning! What the hell are you two What are you two doing? Huh? What are you two doing?
Kurumi's mouth is agape as she comes down from the second floor. 11:13. Don't give me morning. What time do you think it is?
A little past 11, I think?
Seriously, how can you sleep so much? Izumi, you would just hate me. Hate me. I could sleep forever.
Oh, it's because I'm having a growth spurt.
I mean, technically you are, somehow. I don't know, somehow. Hashtag cheek fight. You are getting a new older brother, Kurumi, congrats! I mean, a big bro, but also the real big bro, therefore, a real big bro. Congrats. It's growth spurt, not growth spot, or whatever you just said.
That's what I said!
Hmm? That's not what it sounded like.
No, I said growth spurt.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Huh? That's strange.
Oh, whatever. Who cares?
Did she really? It's because I'm having a growth spurt. Oh yeah, you did say it correctly this time. Okay.
Oh, whatever. Who cares? More importantly, big bro, what are you two doing?
No, nothing really. We were just talking. Talking!
Huh? But weren't you guys just pinching each other's cheeks? Like little weirdos? Are you playing rock, paper, scissors, bulldog or something?
Shut up, Kurumi. I don't want to hear anything more about you and the crazy names that you have for games. Something like that.
Man, I want to play too!
Huh? We just finished.
Oh, how boring. Ah, in that case, let's play cards.
No. No. Cards? The moment I hear her words, a shiver runs down my spine. I swallow hard and look at Izumi-san. There's a hint of unease on Izumi-san's face. That's not good. The events are changing. I mean, all of the events seem to have been changing, and yet we still end up playing cards, apparently. we can certainly just tell her Lamayo no. Like, I don't feel like playing cards. Let's play something else instead. But I don't know. Here we are. I like that you actually thought to check the text log. That's what I'm thinking. It's like, did I read that wrong, or did Izumi-san get that wrong? What just happened?
Let's play cards, and the loser gets their cheeks pinched as a penalty, okay? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Nah, I don't want to play cards.
Why not? Let's play some piro pin pong don.
Whatever. You didn't remember the number on the cards. You simply created the numbers on them. I remember what Izumi-san said to me on the previous April 3rd. There's just no way. I don't have the courage to try that again. What if, by some chance, the same phenomenon were to happen again? Getting all 26 pairs correct. I don't want to experience that again. I don't want to play cards at all.
Okay then, hold on. I'll go get the cards.
Hey, I said wait, Kurumi. Ignoring my protest, Kurumi heads towards the counter. Okay, well, just leave. If Izumi, you stay here, but I just go and leave and go back to the lodge. I hurriedly follow after her. Rummage.
Huh? That's strange. I thought I found some cards a customer forgot yesterday. Huh? Hey, big sis, do you know where they went? The cards that were here.
Izumi-san remained silent, shaking her head.
I wonder if someone took them.
What the heck is happening? Kurumi eagerly searches around the counter. In the meantime, Izumi-san and I exchange glances. Is that what Yuka had? What does Yuka have? What's going on? Izumi-san looks stiff, tense. She's trying to tell me something, but I can't tell what it is. Oh, do you have the cards? Because you didn't want to play it. Eventually.
Ah!
Kurumi cries out. I reflexively jump up. Sorry, Kurumi. Something came up. I gotta go. Without waiting for Kurumi's response, I rush out. 11:19 a.m. Once outside, I have nowhere specific to go. I mean, back to the lodge? I simply start walking westward along the coastline. After a while, I hear voices coming from around the bend. Wait a minute. Where are you going? Don't worry about it. Just follow me and you'll understand. Come on. I peek around the curve. Saki and Okiko are standing with their backs to me. Okiko's holding a piece of paper in his left hand, and his right is gripping Saki's wrist. Just as I'm about to call out to them, Okiko pulls on Saki's arm and they disappear into the bushes. Geez, what is this guy up to? Maybe we should we probably should stop that. I run towards where they vanished. I don't think Okiko is crazy. I don't think he's bad, but he's certainly... Beyond the thick foliage and overgrown trees, there's a narrow path that only one person can walk along at a time. I can't see Okiko and Saki anymore. Did he go to get the bell or something? The sound of rustling vegetation echoes from a distance. Following them into the bushes, I soon recognize the path. Ah, I've been here before. I soon figure it out. Geez, Okiko, can you just pick one girl? No, apparently not. What does Saki even see in him? Apparently she believes that Okiko is the one that saved her, which is just, like, why does no one bother to clarify the expectation of, like, hey, it was actually Izumi. Just want to let you know. I soon figure it out. It's the same route Yuka and I had taken on the previous April 4th when Kurumi went missing. Which means this path leads to that shrine. Why would Okiko be going to the shrine? I walk silently as I think. The overcast sky makes everything unusually dim. There's no birds chirping, no wind, just a stagnant, heavy atmosphere. I suddenly realize the two of them are no longer there. I stop and listen, but I don't hear any leaves rustling. It's complete silence. The scent of the forest feels vicious, clinging oppressively to me. my heart for some reason won't settle. I feel that I shouldn't go any further. The thick trees lining the path stand solemnly, majestic yet imposing. There's something different from the last time I was here. The scent emanating from the forest is distinctly hostile. What are you talking about? Okiko found a dead body and wanted to show Saki? Like, what are you talking about? 11:40 a.m. Emerging from the underbrush, I finally reach the long stone steps. Okiko and Saki are still nowhere in sight. Maybe they've already gone inside the shrine. I rush up the crumbling stone steps. ... This can't be. I'm taken aback by the scene before me. Did they travel back in time and take the whole shrine with them? What happened? I'm taken aback by the scene before me. It's an open clearing within the deep forest. A straight stone path stretching towards the center. Behind me is the long staircase I just climbed. But that's all. The shrine! The Shikinomori shrine has vanished! No goddamn way. I had indeed seen that shrine. I went inside while searching for Kurumi. But now, what could this mean? In this timeline, there's no shrine? No. Is it because... What? No. I was about to be like, we need the bell in order to see the shrine. But that's not true. That's not true. But we certainly need the bell to interact. I don't know. Damn you, Okiko, stop taking out all this stuff. What's happening right now? Because there's no longer a shrine on that cape. Izumi-san had said this on April 2nd when we were on the path with the cherry trees. So is that why a resolute will can create a new reality? No. 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 No? No. No. I refuse. What do you mean? Kurumi, can you check? Do you still have that scar? In other words, is this a new reality created by Izumi's delusion? I thought this was my delusion. Whatever. Delusion. A fabricated world. Events within fantasy. The bells disappeared. The shrines disappeared. So did the cards earlier, maybe. That's true. But what? But where did they go? Where did the two of them go? I can't move. My mind has gone blank. The strength drains from my knees and I sit down on the ground. There's nothing moving in my field of vision. No shadows, no colors, no sounds. I can't even say for sure that I myself exist in this space. My consciousness feels as light as air. It wouldn't be strange if it were to blow away by a gust of wind. I just gazed blankly at the sky. I've lost all my senses. What is it me? What is it? Was she actually correct? 8:22 p.m. Suddenly, I'm back at Luna Beach. The cafe is surrounded by darkness. I don't remember how I got here. There are several dishes on the table. As usual, Izumi-san's sitting across from me. She's talking to me about something while she's eating. Hey, Makoto-kun, are you listening? No. Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm surprised by the sound of my own voice. Am I really here right now? I stare at my palm. I don't know why, but I stare at it. Makoto-kun, what's wrong? I'm disassociating, obviously. No, nothing. Doesn't look like nothing. You haven't had a bite. Hmm? By the way, where's Kurumi? I just told you that, didn't I? You did? Kurumi went to hang out at the lodge. Oh, well, good for her. She says she's staying over tonight. This story really does feel like like gaslighting the universe into doing what I want. That's exactly what it is. That's a great way of putting it. It's just like I thought she was not joking. I thought she really believed it, but I thought she was wrong. No. Oh no. Oh no. If she's really correct, that means we haven't been saving any of the girls at all. It's not real. So, she's staying over tonight. Oh, I see. That's right, Kurumi went to the lodge last time too. We were just talking about that, weren't we? Hey, is something the matter? This story really gets you on edge, but in a good way. Yeah, it is very much like there are certain moments that were just like, I was not expecting this at all. I think the clone thing as well, of just like everyone being like, yeah, there's clones in this world, obviously. That one really got me as well. No, nothing. I answer immediately. I quickly decide that I mustn't talk about the shrine now. Really? Yeah. You're lying. You're definitely hiding something. I'm not. I'm just a little tired, that's all. Though I am lying. Looking at Izumi-san's calm expression, I realized I couldn't tell her the truth. Just like when I didn't tell her about the bell this morning, I don't want to cause Izumi-san unnecessary worry. That makes sense. For us, it's the 11th day of this seminar retreat. Yeah. Wanna lie down for a bit? Nah, I'll be good. Even if I say I'm tired, it's not that big a deal. Besides, it'd be a waste. It'd be a waste not to eat this food, huh? I do my best to show her a smile. You don't have to force yourself to eat if you don't want to. I don't say anything, I just shovel the food into my mouth. I taste nothing. Your homemade food is really the best, no matter what. Just one bite makes me feel better. They went back in time. Because they're not there anymore. They went back in time. That's what it is. Why does the shrine go back with them? Okay, where? Really? Oh, good. I silently finished the meal. Despite behaving cheerfully, my mind's in a state of extreme confusion. Fiction? Reality? Delusion? Truth? What does this world mean to me? I've been engulfed in some chaotic whirlpool to the point where I want to scream. Izumi-san's looking at me with a gentle gaze. Over her shoulder, I see a black sky. There are no stars in the night sky now. It's as if they suddenly lost their brilliance. As if there were never any stars at all. All there is an endless deep darkness. Yay! Yay! April 6th, Saturday. It's already April 6th. Izumi-san's been talking non-stop. Really? And I casually nod along to keep the flow going. Delusion, fantasy, illusion. These words race through my mind. The bell. I thought strongly that I wanted the bell to disappear. The cards. I thought strongly that I never wanted to play cards. But you thought strongly that Kurumi wouldn't have to suffer with the scar. Is that why the bell and the cards disappeared? Did my thoughts distort reality? The shrine. On the afternoon of the 2nd, along with the path lined with cherry trees, Izumi-san had told a lie. There's no longer a shrine on that cape. If that's the case, did the shrine disappear because Izumi-san strongly wished for it? No, that's not the case. I hope there's no shrine. Maybe I was the one who strongly wished for that. There's no longer a shrine on that cape. Maybe I wanted to believe that lie. I truly wanted these lies to become reality. So, at some point in time, the bell, the cards, and the shrine all vanished just as I had wished. My resolute will created a new reality. Everything in front of me right now was created by my delusion. Is that all? Is it all an illusion? 12:05 a.m. Makoto-kun, Izumi, I'm freaking out. I am freaking out. Huh? What? Are you really okay? Yeah, what were you talking about? Star sand. About the star sand Haruka gave me this afternoon. Ah, yeah, the star sand from Haruka. The star sand from Haruka? I laugh it off for now. Or at least I try. You look tense, you know. Izumi-san says, pinching my cheek with her fingers. Her delicate, supple fingertips. Izumi-san's warmth. Her warmth. Don't forget this warmth, okay? Don't forget that I exist, okay? That's right. What kind of stupid stuff am I thinking? I swore to it, didn't I? That I'd always believe in Izumi-san's warmth. But if she's right, then none of it is real. None of it is true. That I'd always be by Izumi-san's side. Izumi-san is right here in front of me. She's looking at me with such gentle eyes. The warmth of her fingertips firmly reaches my heart. Delusions are simply nonsense. No, delusions or whatnot, they don't matter anymore. This can't be figured out logically. I just feel so powerfully about Izumi-san. Izumi-san! What? I tightly grasp her hand that's touching my cheek. Let's go. Go where? Without saying anything, I stand up. Where are we going? I take Izumi-san's hand and firmly lead her away. We don't have to leave. I thought we were staying here in order to make sure that she's safe. Makoto-kun. Really now, where are you taking me? We continue to walk in silence. The soundtrack to this game is really so well composed. Yeah, it is. I actually, there's a few good tracks, I think. Where's that one? I like the happy theme, of course. And the way that it just cuts in at really, like, well, anyway, we're gonna move on from this. Da-da-da, da-da. It's just like very, very happy. I think I like the very emotional pieces. So like this one has a very good motif in it. And probably the one that I heard with Izumi floating in the water. It's just very, very nice. We continue to walk in silence. There's no moon in the night sky, no stars, only deep darkness. We advance as if cutting through that darkness. Izumi-san's hand, there we go. Izumi-san's hand feels a little ticklish in mine. Her soft warmth is seeping into me. 12:27 a.m. Himegahama. I let go of Izumi-san's hand and turn towards her. Makoto-kun, why are we here? The sound of the waves echoes out, creating a muffled sound against the rock wall. The white sand on the beach is firm with moisture. I kick the sand beneath my feet a few times with my toes. Izumi-san waits patiently for me to answer. Izumi-san, I have something I need to say to you. I want to tell you the answer to the question you asked me under the starry sky. I want to give it to you now. Right here and now. Izumi-san furrows her eyebrows slightly. She bites her lip tightly. Her restless gaze moves back and forth. Me? Me too. For so long, I felt... Suddenly, Izumi-san reaches a finger out and places it on my lips. No. Don't say any more. I don't want to hear it. It'll make me so sad. Please, don't make this any more difficult. Saying that, Izumi-san removes her finger. She slowly turns, walking along the sandy shore. As she walks, she removes her shoes, going barefoot. She gently slips her feet into the lapping waves. At the water's edge, she stands quietly with her back to me. Her shoulders are so delicate. Bending down, Izumi-san scoops up the waves with both hands. Water smoothly slips through her palms. Amidst the sound of the waves, I hear her small voice. Makoto-kun, look. It better not be that friggin' bell. She holds out her palm towards me. Guided by her gesture, I walk towards Izumi-san. I found one. Okay, just just the star sand. Okay, cool. A piece of star sand. Looking closely, a pure white grain is stuck to her palm. A tiny star shape, just like the stars in Leo. Izumi-san closes her hand with the star sand while searching her pocket with the other hand. And what she takes out, there's two of them now, is a small bottle the size of a thumb. Inside, there are two shiny stars. Two? Makoto-kun, you really weren't listening, were you? I was out of it. You have no idea. This afternoon, Haruka gave one to me. It had washed ashore from the breakwater. A single grain of star sand. Izumi-san removes the cap from the small bottle and puts the star sand she just picked up inside. Along with the water droplets on her palms, a grain of sand trickles down the walls of the bottle, settles at the bottom. As my voice does. Now there's 3 of them. Yay! 3 grains of star sand. There we go. Star sand Kurumi found. Star sand Haruka found. And star sand Izumi-san found. 3 stars shine closely together in the clear blue water. A cold droplet hits my forehead. Looking up at the sky, countless raindrops are falling. Rain. Izumi-san mutters and also glances at the sky above. It's a fine rain, like powdered snow. Rain, huh? Softly closing her eyes, she lets the rain shower down on her. Her skin sparkles white as if it reflects the raindrops. I can't take it anymore. Izumi-san, adorned with water, ignites a fire in my heart. Izumi-san, The words naturally spill out of me. Izumi-san reaches her finger out again to cover my mouth. Izumi-san! I grab Izumi-san's wrist, pulling her towards me. I love you! I've loved you for so long! Why? Why are you telling me this? Her lips are pressed against my chest. Aw, the sisters are coming back together. I like that symbolism. I like the story of these 3. Because I feel like, when was the only other time that we've gotten an answer to this was in the Haruka route, I believe? Yeah, where it's like all 3 of them are gonna be sisters together, and it's like back to one happy family again. And then we never got any of that in the Kurumi route, or they're just like, yeah, who cares? Okay. Her voice resonates through me. I didn't want to hear you say that. I had already given up. I don't deserve your love, Makoto-kun. Her voice is shaking. Her breath is rough, hot. Her slender shoulders tremble. Izumi-san is crying in my arms. Makoto-kun, it's all my fault. You were dragged into this. I mean, yeah. Starting this stupid experiment, deceiving you. Makoto-kun. And then on the cliff, No, Izumi-san. It's my fault. Because I wasn't able to save you, Izumi-san. Stop! I won't ever make you sad again. No matter what happens, I'll protect you, Izumi-san. Because I love you. I love you more than anything. Just stop it. Don't say that. Please, don't. Don't say any more. Izumi-san struggles to pull away from me. I tighten my arms, fully embracing her entire being. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. I'll say it again and again. Until you understand again and again. I'll tell you how I feel about you. Just stop it. My mouth is sealed. Oh, okay. It was like, just stop it. But okay. It's fair enough. My mouth is sealed by Izumi-san's wet lips. The tip of my nose touches her cheek. The gentle palm of her hand strokes my neck. Cold raindrops melt in my mouth. Our 2 soaked bodies merge together. Izumi-san's heartbeat resonates with mine. My body feels intensely hot. The warmth burns in my chest. This warmth, It's proof that Izumi-san's here right now. I passionately embrace her supple body. Izumi-san presses her lips against mine, her hot breath brushing my cheeks. It was as if we're confirming each other's existence, to make sure we wouldn't disappear anywhere. Confess your feelings at the Cape of Affection and consummate them at the Inlet of Love. We have now consummated our feelings. Dot 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 dot. All right. Well, it seems, I guess it really is a normal ending. It's like, it seems fine, I think. You actually do a really good job reading this while you play. Thank you. I'm certainly not, I've had better days of reading, to be fair. But I like doing like little character voices. So, I like playing like visual novels and doing the voices for each of the characters. So I appreciate it. Even after our lips part, we still hold each other. The rain intensifies, completely drenching our bodies. Izumi-san nestles her face into my chest and closes her eyes. Her breaths calm and slow. Oh, okay. I see. Her breath is calm and slow, like she's asleep. Makoto-kun. Izumi-san gently opens her eyes. I want to give this to you. Struggling with her arm bent in between us, she opens her palm. I think you should give this to Haruka. I think, it's kind of a neat little thing to give to Haruka. I'm just saying. It's a small bottle. The one with the three grains of stars stand inside. There we go. Why are you giving me something so precious? I want to give it to you because it's so precious. I want you to have it, Makoto-kun. When I'm in your arms like this, I remember that wonderful feeling. Like I'm floating leisurely on the water. I feel enveloped in your kindness, Makoto-kun. So please, accept it. My precious memory. I release one arm from around Izumi-san's back. She then places the small bottle in my hand. I can see 3 stars, emitting a radiant white glow. "0:51 a.m. We leave Himegahama and walk a short distance along the coastline road. At the entrance of the slope leading to the lodge, I stop. I'm all wet and I need to get a change of clothes. Izumi-san, you head back to Luna Beach first. As soon as I say that, a worried expression appears on Izumi-san's face. You'll be fine, I'll be back soon. Huh? No. Why? Why? Because I want to stay with you, Makoto-kun. Let me come to the lodge with you. Not again. Not after last time. Everyone was so nosy. Izumi-san clings to my arm as she speaks. Our wet arms entangle. It feels a little awkward. Jeez, it can't be helped. Izumi-san smiles innocently. But in the next moment, why does this keep happening? Izumi-san's knees seem to give out. I reflexively rush to support her stumbling body. Are you okay, Izumi-san? Yeah. Are her legs disappearing? Is she fading away from existence? Like a ghost? What's happening? Her slender body feels warm in my arms. You catch a cold or something? Of course not. Of course not. Didn't you just sneeze? Really? I'm really okay. It ain't anything at all. Ain't anything at all. Amazing. Okay. Wait, what happened to Okiko and Saki anyway? Who cares? I guess is the answer to that. Who cares about them? I don't know if I'm meant to believe that this is some like, because you know how like in the different routes like essentially all the characters that are not relevant to the story just kind of like go away. Like they just kind of disappear from existence. I'm not sure if I'm meant to believe that maybe in some timelines Okiko and Saki do actually go back in time, or if they were just there and then they decide to just go back home and they're at the lodge right now. Anyway, who cares? That's the official answer. I mean, they should both have a cold by now. True. It ain't anything at all. Okay, so let's go. Izumi-san pulls my arm and we start walking towards the slope. Okay, we're back home. And with this happy music in place, I love the happy music. It's just, it reminds me of Yuka and all her insanity. Well, with this in mind, it is time for the second break of stream. So let me go over to Burb. All right. If you are here, stretch, get some water, all that fun stuff. I will be back in the regular 3 minutes this time. So, see you then. All right, I am back. Let me move this over here and go over to game screen. All right. This is also a really cool AFK scene that you have. Thank you. It really is, isn't it? Thank you both. The screen was done by Nani Pixel Art. She creates great screens. I will use the credits command that I have. Yippee! All the streams have you know, the contributions of amazing artists. So, but I really do love how the starting and ending and BRB screen turned out. It's really, really nice. So, but yes, continuing. I opened the door and we enter the living room. I will say, I thought that this was gonna be like a quick thing. It is not. I thought for sure we were gonna get to the true end today. I doubt it. Gosh darn it. Unless this ends in like 10 seconds. This is like a really extensive route. The lights are on, but there's no sign of anyone, no voices. I'll go get changed then. Oh yeah, what about showers? Since we're gonna get wet on our way back, why don't we take our showers at the cafe? Yeah, that's a good idea. Hold on a bit then. I head to my bedroom. When I turn around, I notice Izumi-san leaning against the door frame waiting for me. She does look a bit dazed. Hello! 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 Thank you so much for the raid, Redux Chai. I think you prefer to go as red, if I remember reading correctly. But you can let me know. Hello, Tama Raid. What were you playing? Were you playing IZUMI Files? Or is that in reference to IZUMI Files? Hello, welcome on in, Raiders. My name is Courie Cosmos. I'm the delivery girl of the universe and multiverses, but I also just like to play video games and read visual novels, and that's why I am here. Yes, indeed. But hello, welcome on in. Oh, you have like a whole route. You have like a whole route or two, maybe. I forget. Yeah, I have at least 2 more after this, but I thought like in terms of the Izumi cure route specifically, I was like, this is the normal end, then we're gonna go get the true ending. And it's like, it's such an extensive normal end that it's like, man, when are we gonna see that true end? So that's why. Live alive. Leave alive. There we go. Eventually, I don't know how to say it, but yes, I saw one of your VODs of that. It was really, really nice. I have plans to sort of play it eventually. Let me give you a shout out before I forget. Hold on. If I know how shout outs work, maybe. Hold on. But yes, thank you again very much for the raid. It's a great game. If you guys don't know Live Alive, feel free to check out Red's VODs. It's a really, really good game. I love it so much. I've played a little bit of it myself, but I'm trying to save it for like a future stream as well. So, there we go. Yay! Yay! As in, thank you so much for the hydrate and stretch. I will do that right now. All right, and a stretch. All right, cool. Hello, welcome on in. Eyes for interval. Hello, welcome. We are relatively far into the story at this point, so if this is something that you're interested in, this is a mystery game, mystery visual novel, made by the same creator of, you know, Zero Escape Games, IZUMI Files, blah blah blah. So if you have any interest in it, feel free, you know, you gotta head out or whatever, feel free to skip. But it's also pretty low-key, so I gotta go eat now, have fun. No worries. Thank you so much again for the raid, and entrusting me with your community. Have a wonderful, wonderful meal. Bye bye. Yes, continuing. I tabbed into the game. She does look a bit dazed. Perhaps she's a bit feverish after all. There's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff happening. Yes, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow, Eyes for Interval. I believe with that, I think we've reached the follower goal. Yeah, we have. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. We reached 60 followers. This is, it's very surprising. It took me quite a while to reach 50. But it seems like a lot of people are rolling in. I mean, either way, I'm very, very happy to just stream games and have fun. But, you know, it's just very surprising. It's like, oh, there's people are perceiving me. Ooh. So, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, I opened the door to my room. What? The No. 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 Okay, wait. Maybe this is Yuka wearing Kurami's clothes for the lols. Let's confirm. Kurami's in my room for some reason. She's in the middle of changing her clothes. No. She's standing with her back towards me, pulling her top over her head. Her back, smooth and white, is visible. This is a heck of a thing to come into with no context. Oh yeah, I guess like this would be like a very anime moment of like, yeah, get out of my room. But also this has terrifying implications. This essentially means that everything is in my head and I'm crazy. That's what this means. Just then. Oh no. Yeah! Pervert! Weirdo! Creeper! Hearing her scream, I finally regained my senses. My god. I hurriedly closed the door. Why are you in my room? Ah, whatever. Why is Kurami changing in my room? Kurami changing? What? There wasn't a scar on her back. Just like in my Japanese animes. Exactly. What's wrong, Makoto-kun? Izumi-san, hearing the commotion, runs over to me. However, I can't find the words. They're stuck in my throat. I'm deeply confused by this turn of events. Calm down. Calm down. Get a grip and think. Get a grip. Get a grip. However, I'm not allowed such luxury. Kurami burst out of the room with a tremendous force. What the hell is that for? Why are you in my room? At least knock. It's mine. Oh, hi, big sis. What's going on with you two? You're both completely soaked. Kurami stares at our faces alternately. Hey, what happened? What happened? What do you mean? You screamed really loudly just now. Oh, right. So, listen, someone was peeping. There's a peeping Tom watching girls change. Peeping? Who? Who else? It's obvious, right? As I take another sip of water. Oh boy, voicing Kurami is truly the highlight of these streams. All right. Who else? It's obvious, right? Pointing directly at me, Kurami says, Makoto-kun. Huh? Makoto-kun? Kurumi, why are you calling him Makoto-kun? Huh? Huh? No.
Huh? Am I saying something weird? We're the same age, so it's fine to call him that, isn't it?
Wait. No. Where's Haruka? Haruka, are you here? You fine? The same age.
I mean, I'm 20 and all. I'm gonna be 21 this year, and I'm somehow gonna look like Haruka, so I'm the same age as you, right, Makoto-kun?
In this moment, time seems to stand still. My entire body freezes. I just might shatter. Kurumi's back, the missing scar. She's 20 and the shrine is gone. So they jumped ahead a year? I don't know what's going on. Oh, I get it. We're manifesting, we're changing reality in different ways. So the idea that we didn't want Kurumi we didn't want Kurumi to have the scar. Therefore, she just never goes missing, I guess, is the idea behind it. She never lost the 2 years from being kidnapped. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I was thinking more like, oh, hey, let me just make sure like she doesn't have the scar, and how does that work? Like, I just put some Neosporin on it and healed it. But okay, no, that's a major change then. Kurumi's past has changed. The history of her abduction has vanished. In this history, now that I think about it, cause like, friggin', in other routes, right? And hold on, let me take another sip of water. In other routes, right? We're still wishing for Kurumi's happiness, even in the Kurumi route, So, in that sense, it's like, history should have changed itself if that were the case, if that were really the case. But it didn't. So that makes me think that it has nothing to do with me. You think that I'm the subject of the experiment, and I'm just like, no, you're wrong, because you're the one who's changing history. Wait, but that can't be right, because this is happening because she told me. Okay, both of us together are changing history, somehow. I don't know. I guess this is the only way to have her not having the scar make sense. I guess. I mean, again, some like abandoned Neosporin, it'll work and be fine. Who's gonna notice? But okay, I guess this as well. Maybe it's just stronger now because you know about it. Yeah, exactly. That might also be a possibility as well. In this history, Kurumi wasn't kidnapped. I can't breathe. Wait, so where is Haruka?
Uh-oh.
Oh no, we Thanos snapped her out of existence. Oops. Okay, I don't know what to say. Then what about Haruka? What happened to Haruka? If Kurumi wasn't kidnapped, if that blank of 3 years never took place, in this history, does Haruka not exist? Okay. Oops. Can you imagine the content the developers had to keep track of when making this game? True, there's a lot of like different moving parts to it. Again, very Uchikoshi-like, of just like, I have this whole chart and the red string just going back and forth and just like, I got it, guys. Look at this. This is gonna make so much sense. It's insane. I dash out of the room and fling open the door to Haruka's room. Upon the bed is Okiko? Okiko's peacefully snoring away. Why is Okiko here? There's no time to think about that now. I search the entire room, but there's no sign of Haruka. I turn and rush into Yuka's room. Yuka is the only one that gets an actual separate room. As soon as I open the door, it starts to reek of alcohol. God, why does she like this? Okay. Sir, she's sprawled on the bed, legs wide open. Empty beer bottles are scattered around beside her. Why? There's no sign of Haruka in here either. Okay. They must have had a cork board with a red string to keep exactly, same brain syndrome. But wait, why are you even here at the retreat if Kurumi was never kidnapped? I thought Izumi did the experiment in relation to Kurumi's kidnapping. True. Is that why she tripped? She was like, I'm gonna like Izumi is really being, you know, like her legs are disappearing. She's just like being erased from reality as we speak because she's not supposed to be here. She's supposed to be back at school. Okay. I mean, hell, she might not even be a teacher if that's the case. Okay. There's no sign of Haruka in here either. Returning to the living room, I randomly search the lodge. I check the bath, toilet, kitchen, and even climb up into the loft, but there's no sign of Haruka anywhere. Could it be that Haruka doesn't exist? I turn towards the two sisters frozen in place. Man, it's gotta suck to be Haruka, you know? It's gotta suck to be her. She deserves so much better. What the hell? Izumi-san looks bewildered, not understanding what's going on. Kurumi seems frightened by my intensity. I grab Izumi-san's hand and dash out of the lodge. Wait a minute. Hold on. Izumi-san looks bewildered, not understanding what's going on. Oh, well, we haven't explained to her yet that we've seen the scar is gone. We fly down the slope, made slippery from the rain. Makoto-kun, what's going on? Explain what's happening, please. I stop and take hold of Izumi-san's shoulders. Haruka! 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 Calm down, Makoto-kun. Just what on earth happened? Izumi-san's face stiffens with extreme tension. Yeah, why does Haruka get the short end of the stick in every timeline? She really does. It's like, damn. And it really... Again, not finish the game entirely. Saki might have more of a purpose, but it really does feel like Saki is just there to kind of be like, hey, I'm just gonna mess things up for you, Haruka, and we get more, you know, lore about Haruka that way. And I guess we get more lore about Saki, such as the fact that she was wrong. She saw the wrong clone and then assumed that it was Haruka, but okay. Anyway. The scar on Kurumi's back, it's gone! Izumi-san's dumbfounded. She stares straight into my eyes. I'm sure I saw it with my own eyes. There was no scar on Kurumi's back. It's all my fault. The bell disappearing, the cars disappearing, the shrine disappearing. It's all because I imagined it. Huh? Wait a minute, Makoto-kun. What do you mean, the bell disappearing? What do you mean, the shrine disappearing? So are we not supposed to... Maybe we shouldn't get rid of that bell. Me, like, my very first thought in the Yuka route was like, we need to destroy the bell, and maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe bad things happen when I do that. Oops. I hid it from you, Izumi-san. I didn't want you to worry. On the night of the 1st, I picked up that bell. I picked it up at Himegahama just like before and tried to crush it with a piece of concrete. But when I lifted the concrete away, the bell was gone. Oh. Yeah. The bell was gone. Izumi repeats the same words to herself. She stares into space, not moving an inch. Then, what does the shrine disappeared mean? This afternoon I went there through the same path, up the same stone steps. You went to the Shikinomori shrine? But it was gone. There's no shrine there anymore. The rain continues to fall. The pounding cold rain mercilessly steals away our warmth. I strongly wished for that bell to leave this world. I strongly wished not to play cards. When I touched Kurumi's scar, I was thinking I wish her scar could just disappear. I think it's the same reason the shrine disappeared. To erase Kurumi's scar, to erase the blank 3 years. Oh, okay. Well, it's the scar in combination with the shrine. I mean, yeah, at that point, I can see how history is changing dramatically. Okay. I erased the shrine from history. If the third feature is proven, the blank 3 years can be erased from history. That night at the pool, that's what you said, remember, Izumi? Izumi-san? Oh, I didn't catch that. That's my bad. I must have not have catch that. But you know, if you really say that, you know, Haruka being Thanos snapped out of existence was bound to happen. Why'd you say that? Anyway. To be fair, Fuka also doesn't have much of a role other than being a drunkard. True, I mean... she did explain Schrodinger's cat, so she also has an important role there. But... I keep thinking that maybe things will be a little bit more relevant, but they're, you know, maybe things will still come back around to Yuka. Maybe. Possibly. Also, if you can hear my dog snoring, I'm sorry. She's very loud. That's what happened. And it's all my fault. So, in this history, Kurumi wasn't kidnapped. Yeah, that's why she said she's 20 years old. Because the blank 3 years vanished. And she doesn't look any different, but okay. To be precise, the blank 3 years were filled in. That's unbelievable. I can't believe it either, but it's true. The bell, the cards, the shrine, and Kurumi's scar all have disappeared. The next thing to disappear is Haruka. You didn't realize that before? We start running again. We push through the pouring rain. The rain beats down violently, and my chest is trembling with anxiety. 1:38 a.m. I still don't get why Izumi still has her memories if Makoto is the one changing things. That's what I mean. It's like, this can't... well, maybe... If this is a delusion, and it's all of my delusion, I thought it was like both of us combined together. That's how I'm understanding it. But if it's just Makoto, the fact that, like, Izumi is dead, like, she, in actuality, in truth, she's dead and is not actually real, therefore means that this is like a fake ghost version of Izumi anyway. So, you know what? Her having all her memories is fine. Because, you know, Makoto would want somebody to talk to anyway about all of his memories and what he knows and stuff. So Izumi sort of filling that role makes sense, I guess, within his own delusion. Once we get to the coastal road, I speak. Izumi-san, please search Himegahama, Viewpoint Park, and Tsukiyama. Okay, got it. I'll head towards the harbor. I'm gonna use the bike from the cafe. Okay. Izumi-san gives a big nod. At her signal, I head east while she goes west. I run relentlessly, my feet slamming into the wet asphalt. I squint into the darkness, but the rain makes the visibility terrible. Haruka! Even if I shout, my voice is immediately drowned out by the pouring rain. Slipping on the wet road, I stumble, steadying myself with one hand. I quickly recover and keep running. The rain pours down incessantly, flowing like an overflowing river. The use of flowing twice there in the sentence. Okay. Finally, I reach Luna Beach. Yet, there's no time to catch my breath. Jumping onto the bike parked on the side, I push down hard on the pedals. Through rain-obscured darkness, I recklessly push forward. Large raindrops batter my entire body. Haruka. Where are you now, Haruka? I mean, there's an easier way of doing this, is by waking up Okiko and just being like, hey, who the hell, do you know who Haruka is? And if he's like, what? Then, you know, we have our answer. Ask Kurumi, even. Kurumi is like, hey, do you know who Haruka is? It's like, who the hell is that? Then we have our answer there. But did you really disappear? Are you no longer a part of this world? No, that's impossible. How could I say such nonsense? Haruka definitely exists. Somewhere she definitely exists. I slam on the brakes and abandon the bike. Standing in the middle of the breakwater, I look around. She's not here. I can't see any sign of Haruka. The splashing waves turn into a black mist, enveloping my body. The ocean's roar, like the earth trembling, echoes in the rain. ... 2:12 a.m. I get back on the bike and retrace my steps along the road. Through the deserted shopping district. Despite the muddy road throwing off my balance, I continue to pedal relentlessly. The coastal road, pushing through the water. In the cold, piercing rain, my limbs go numb. But I don't dare stop. Gasping for breath, I continue to pedal with all my might. And then, this game loves doing that. And then, a sudden sharp curve appears in front of me. I forcefully twist the handlebars, but it's slightly too late. The rear wheel slips on the wet asphalt, and my body soars through the air. Ow! Rolling over and over the wet asphalt. I eventually land on my back and come to a stop. The rain continues to fall. It pours relentlessly from the black sky. My warm breaths float white in the darkness. My back feels as cold as ice. I mean, so if we're gods of this world, can we not just go back and be like, Lamayo, didn't mean that. Couldn't mean. I actually do wish that you had your scar, and I wish the shrine was still there, but maybe not the bell. Maybe the bell can stay gone. Like, who cares about that? Maybe? Maybe that would work? My back feels as cold as ice. Makoto. Are you okay? Oh. Hey, Haruka. How's it going? How's it hanging? You doing okay, buddy? Haruka peers down at my face. Haruka. Haruka. What? Is it Haruka? I shout loudly and leap to my feet. What's wrong, Makoto? Without saying anything, I embrace Haruka. Makoto. Haruka's perplexed by my sudden embrace. I can feel her pounding heartbeat in my chest. Hey, what's really going on? No, nothing. It's just... I'm happy. Huh? You're here. I'm happy that you're here, Haruka. Our two bodies are pressed tightly together. There's a warm and comforting feeling to the stoked Haruka. Sorry, I don't really understand. It's all good. You don't have to understand. Having you here, Haruka, that's all that matters. The confused girl tries to shrink down in my arms. I can feel her back faintly trembling. But Haruka, why are you out on a night like this without an umbrella? Well, I was happy. I wanted to be outside. Huh? Because of this rain. Haruka says this, looks up at the night sky. Clear droplets scatter on Haruka's face as she looks upward. A gentle smile appears. At that moment, Haruka's body seems to melt, and she loses her strength. Makoto. She whispers, wrapping her arms around me. Your chest, Makoto. There's an odd feeling to it. It's so warm, kind. Okay, I appreciate the flirting, whatever. More importantly, why are you here? Did I change reality again? What's going on? It's so warm, kind. I feel so light, like I'm floating. In the heavy rain, Haruka and I begin walking westward. I gently stroked her wet hair with one hand. She looks up at me with an innocent smile, tickling my heart. 2:49 a.m. Under the pouring rain, we walk together towards the west. You had wished your harem back into existence. It really does feel like that. It's like, this is supposed to be the IZUMI route? Like, what about IZUMI? Yeah, there's IZUMI, but, we seem to be hanging out a lot with the other girls as well, but sure. I can take Haruka back to the lodge and then go look for IZUMI-san. Haruka, enjoying the rain, walks beside me as I push the bicycle. It would be really fucked up, I will say, but it would be really funny if we go back to the lodge and now Kurumi is missing because, like, in her reality, she never came back home, and therefore it's just Haruka now. And then Makoto would be like, not again, oh my god. It would be really, really messed up, I will say. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Thank you so much for the follow, Kurt Dog. Hello. Welcome to the growing group of star stuff we have here in the galaxy that likes to play games or something. Thank you for the follow. Even Kurumi is older now. Even Kurumi is older now and doesn't call you big bro anymore, so it's not as weird anymore. True. I didn't even think about that. I guess that technically works out. Can't we have... Why not both? Why can't everyone be happy here, you know? Anyway. Haruka, enjoying the rain, walks beside me as I push the bicycle. I find I've completely regained my composure. As soon as I relax, I start feeling aches and pains all over. Probably because I fell off the bike earlier. My right knee especially throbs with pain. I suddenly look at it. Ugh. The area around the knee is torn and I see bright red blood flowing out. This always sucks. Hey Haruka, can you hold the bike for a second? Huh? My knee got scraped when I fell off the bike. Oh, it did. Haruka stares intently at my right knee. Makoto really getting all three sisters. Surely we don't want that ending to happen. Actually, you know what? I need to change the delusion a little bit. Just a little bit, just a tad. Let's adjust some things, okay? Haruka stares intently at my right knee. I entrust the bicycle to her and try to check the wound. However, the bicycle falls. Huh? I wonder if my hand slipped. If her hand slipped, that's not what it looks like to me. When I handed the bicycle to Haruka, it looked like the handlebars passed. Oh, right through her. What the hell? No. That's even worse. She's just a ghost. Nobody else can see her. Nobody else can talk to her. So no harem? What the hell? Why would they... That's even worse. We gotta make sure you pass on into the afterlife at least. But before that, let's definitely try and save you and get things back to how they were before. Before we go with the last resort. This is even worse. This sucks. She slowly bends down to pick up the bicycle. The rain pouring down seems to be absorbed into her back. Her figure seems to fade into the white mist. Haruka? I reach out towards her back as if to touch her. However, she utters a short cry and runs toward the east. My palm misses her and falls towards the ground. She moves farther away from me. Haruka's back. Haruka! I determinedly run after her. Haruka stops in the middle of the road and crouches as if to lift something up. Oh. Sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny. What the... Okay. It's Izumi-san. Okay. When did you die? She sprawled out on the wet road. Oh, well, we were supposed to technically stay inside, so I guess this is an inevitability. Unless you mean, like... Haruka is a ghost. Kurumi is 20 years old. Izumi... What does this mean for Izumi? Why is all this connected? I don't know. Makoto's fucking up all three sisters now. Truly. Truly, this is insane. Why would they do this? I quickly rush over to the both of them. I sit Izumi-san up and gently shake her. Izumi-san? Izumi-san! She's completely out. Her body is very hot. Oh, she's alive. Okay. she's burning up with a fever. We've got to get Izumi-san to the lodge. And just as I'm about to stand... A white flash gleams in the... Not again. Not this car. This friggin' car. Car headlights. A bright red car is speeding towards us from around the curve. If I don't do something, Izumi-san's gonna... I reach under Izumi-san's side and lift her up. I try to get her to the road's edge, but something catches my foot. But something very convenient catches my foot and I stumble. If I'm a god of this world, I could just say it doesn't exist. Lying at my feet is a piece of concrete. No time to yell. No time to yell. I need to save Izumi-san. Think of another way. So this is very reminiscent of the Haruka route. Interestingly enough. The correct answer here is... I need to save Izumi-san. Alright, cool. I need to save Izumi-san. No matter what happens, I'll protect you, Izumi-san. I stand up again. I firmly grind my feet into the ground, lifting Izumi-san's body. The car is getting dangerously close. It's bearing down on us quickly. Oh no. As soon as I think that, Haruka... Yeah, she does like to do that. I forgot about that, and it's not... I say it's not a bad thing, and I say that with quotation marks, you know. It's not a bad thing, quote unquote, but it's a bad thing. Okay. But she's a ghost, so the car should just go right through her and still hit us, right? Haruka jumps out onto the middle of the road. Waving her hands widely, she boldly stands in front of the car. The driver, seeing this, slams on the brakes. Can still see her. She just can't interact with objects, I think. The tires screech. The car slides on the wet road. Yet it shows no signs of slowing. Haruka, arms and legs resolutely spread, blocks the way. Through her transparent body, I can see the bright red car approaching. Haruka! Then, I witness something unbelievable. Haruka's body is smoothly engulfed by the car. It's as if she were a mirage, some sort of phantom. The car passes right through her body and bears down on us with tremendous force. A mass of iron assaults us. If I can just save Izumi-san. Dang. If we die here, and if Izumi is kind of like out cold from the fever and stuff like that, then who's gonna explain to Haruka, like, hey, I know you have many questions right now about being a ghost and all that, but we have some answers for you. I leap forward. Ow. I feel a shattering impact on my side. My body is thrown forward. However, I never let go of Izumi-san's hand. Holding onto her body firmly, I push backwards to protect her. Ow. And I manage to take all the impact. Strangely, there's no pain. Not only is there no pain, I seem to be paralyzed. I try to force myself to stand, but my arms and legs won't respond. I can only move my neck, and above me, I see Izumi-san. Makoto-kun? Izumi-san places her hands on the road and peers into my face. From her expression and tear-choked voice, I can tell she's all right. Izumi-san. I try to whisper her name. But instead of words, a massive amount of red blood comes out. The overflowing crimson liquid dissolves into the puddles. Okay, just make a delusion where he lives. That's all you have to do, Izumi. You're a god of this world. Nothing truly matters, or so we think. I reach out my arm to touch her smooth cheek, but my body won't respond. Makoto-kun! Makoto-kun! Stay with me, Makoto-kun! Why? Why would you protect someone like me? Because I love you. No, I can't take this. Makoto-kun, don't die. Because I love you. Because I love you too, Makoto-kun. Her voice sounds distant. With my consciousness hazy, the world begins to go white in front of me. I slowly close my eyes. But great, I was able to protect Izumi-san. And then I abruptly black out. Please. Come on, wake up. Wake up. I don't want you to leave me, Makoto-kun. I can't handle it. I won't be able to live on. I want you to be by my side forever. I don't want you to die. Please, just wake up. Wake up. Let's look at the stars one more time. The stars. The stars. Izumi-san. Oh, we got key art for this as well. I open my eyes. It's raining. I can see the gray sky. Countless raindrops come dancing down. Makoto-kun! Are you okay? Can you hear me? Izumi-san. She's crying. I can see the edge of a cliff high above her. Where am I? Oh, is it because I was like, what timeline are we in right now? Okay. No, I think the car flung us off the cliff. Okay, that makes sense. I feel a slimy sensation of mud on my back. Why is this happening to me? I try to stand, but my body won't move. With each breath, a large amount of blood flows from my mouth. Makoto-kun! Makoto-kun! You saved me! When I fell from the cliff, because you were hit by a car, right? Makoto-kun, you shielded me. The cliff? I muster my strength and lift my left arm. Saturday, 10:26. I vaguely recall what Izumi-san had told me before. I don't. The moment you create a history where I don't die, you return to the real world. Izumi-san. Sand. Huh? Sand stars. Sand stars? Sand star? Star sand, even? I find that easier to say the other way around. Anyway, what do you mean? A cold rain is falling. I hear an ambulance's siren through the sound of the rain. I feel like I'm not understanding this. Hold on. The moment you create a history where I don't die, right, you return to the real world. But you didn't die, so I returned to the real world. When did she say this to me? I must have blacked out for this one. Oops. So I'm returning to the real world where I die. Okay. I hear an ambulance's siren through the sound of the rain. I fumble inside my pocket with my numb left hand, and what I pull out is 3 stars. In the clear blue water, 3 stars are nestled together, sparkling, and not the bell. Don't go to credits. Oh my god. Don't go to credits. Okay. Is there music playing right now? Okay, there is. It's just very low on my end. My bad. Okay. Now I'm really confused. I'm confused too. I think it might be a me thing as well, maybe. I don't that's entirely possible. Or it might be just that the game has not explained this to me yet, but so we were inside of Izumi-san's delusion then. She was the god. That's why we kept making comparisons to her being a goddess, is because she was the god of that world. So it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Why did Kurumi's scar disappear then? We were both gods, but Izumi is the real god. Really, truly the god. I go back in time and so we save her. We woke up in the real world. I'm dying. It's weird because it says, quote, I shielded her from the cliff, which is very strange. That makes me think that we still got hit by the car. But I mean, you can shield her. I guess you could fall and then you can do a twirl within the air and it's like, I'm gonna hit the ground first. That would be insane if true. What a Chad mood. Holy shit. But okay. But I think it's meant to be like legitimately. I can't tell if it's like the car hit me or if legitimately it was that like we went to a different scenario again where we're falling off the cliff. I don't No. I took it as you went back to when you first saved her from falling off the cliff in the previous timeline. There was no car. Yeah, that's what I think that's what it's supposed to that's how it's supposed to read as well, but it's unclear. It's unclear to me. Okay, well, Izumi cure route, normal end. Yay. Yay. All right, cool. Oh, well, Izumi's son's like portrait here is still filled out with color, so yippee. Yippee wahoo. I guess with that in mind. I guess with that in mind. That was Never 7, the end of infinity. Yay. I don't know if I'm gonna figure this out right now because it is almost 1 a.m. So, but I think the idea behind it is that we did go back to the original timeline, but then what does that mean? Oh, no. Okay, I think I get it. The very first time, the very first loop 0, there were no loops. This was just what happened. There was a time in which Izumi conducted the experiment and then was like, and did all the stuff essentially, and somehow I fall off a cliff or whatever. And then we just ended up in loop after loop after loop within my own delusion, and Izumi was there too. And I'm not sure if that's the real Izumi. Maybe she was there with us, or that might be a fake delusion Izumi. Either one, who's to say? But the point is that it was ground zero. We were the one that died, and then everything just started over from there. Okay. And it just built up again and again and again and again. Okay. Because I think Izumi had mentioned something like that before, of like, that's probably what happened in loop 0, and here we are right now. So if I'm not sure if my brain has capacity, but I think that's what it is. And I'll think about this off stream as well, just to make sure that I really understand this. Game over. Let's never do this again. Yay. Well, yes, we will be back. We will truly be back with Never 7, the end of infinity. Next time, next week, in which I guess we'll get the true end for Izumi. My god, this took a long time. I was thinking this would be a short little thing, because the bad ends typically are pretty short, so I was like, the normal ends, it'll be pretty fine. It'll be okay. I was wrong about that. I was really, really wrong about that. Okay. When we come back, I will do the true end, and I don't care much for the bad ends, to be quite honest. Maybe I'll do that off stream just to get the completion, but we'll get the true end, and then afterwards, what do? We do the regular Izumi route, I guess. And then we do the grand finale, yippee! And hopefully save everyone, unless, you know, this is all just a delusion within my head, in which case none of the game is real. Nothing has happened, essentially. That's all it means, but okay. What version of the game is this? This is the one that is currently on Steam. So, you can get this in a bundle with Ever 11 as well. That's the version that I'm playing on. And I'm not sure, is this the only official English version of it? I believe it is. There have definitely been fan translations of it, for sure. But this might be the first official English one. But yes, anyway. It's a little bit, like, the translation is there's a lot of errors or typos and stuff like that, I will say. There's not as much care put into it as I would have liked, but it's okay. I can still get through the story. I can still understand it. So, there is that. But yes, that was Never 7. I'm gonna go think, I guess, about maybe some of this. I don't know. Okay. Let's look for somebody to raid if anyone's online. What the hell? When I went live earlier, like 11 people were online. And now all of them are just not. Okay. That's fine too, I guess. Sure. If anyone has any suggestions for raid, that's fine. But otherwise, I think I'm just gonna end stream. I don't know. I got one? Alright. I've only played the original Japan version using a fan translation, since my box copy is the original Japan version. Right. So, in that case, I think that's the only way really to play it, and like digital fan translations as well. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the first official English release for it. Forest of Fish. When will you be streaming more Never 7? I stream it once a week. I have no set stream schedule. I just I make the stream schedule, and then I post it on the Discord and also on Blue Sky or Twitter if you prefer. And then I try to stick to that. You know, it doesn't usually happen, but I try to stick to it. Point is, it will be streamed once a week. That's what happens. So I'll try and keep an eye out for it. Yeah. So usually once a week, it happens. So feel free to join next time. But yes, Twitter. What was the other one? There is no Twitter commands. And Blue Sky. There's no Blue Sky command either. I think. What is it? Hold on. It's there it is. It's Galactic. Technically, is the one that will lead you to everything. There we go. I remember my commands. No, I don't. I don't. All right, let me go to ending and set up the raid. Forest of Fish. All right. Okay, everything's set up. But if you are here, thank you so much for hanging out for a little bit. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I had a lot of fun this stream. I mean, the story was certainly something. I feel like every time I feel like I understand it and I grasp it, it's like, I don't understand it. Look at me, like, showing up to stream and being like, I think that IZUMI is full of shit and she doesn't know what she's talking about. Like, that aged so... All of that aged so poorly. I was so wrong about that. So I guess she was right. And I'm gonna have to go think about that for a little bit. But have a wonderful rest of your night or day or whatever time it is. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye-bye.